like I would like to introduce you to how to program in Python. So Python is actually a fairly easy language to learn. So all you have to do is you need to install the Python interpreter inside your system. So for that you can go to python.org, that's this website, and go to the download section, and depending on your operating system you can go and download your Python interpreter. So if you're on Windows, you click Windows. If you're on Mac, you click that, and you have your latest release binary. So whenever you're downloading Python, just choose Python version 3, not Python version 2, because Python version 2 is being deprecated. So that's one thing about that. So I'm on Linux. So if you are on Mac OS also, you can find pre-built binaries. Similar to Windows, you have binaries over here. You can click and install. So whenever you're installing Python on Windows, just make sure you click this add to path. Because I'm not on Windows, I cannot install demonstration. So whenever you open the downloaded file, just make sure you tick this add Python to path. So depending on your version, you will see like a different version over here. So just make sure you do that and click in now, or else if you don't add Python to your path, you won't be able to execute that. The next thing we would like to do is download Visual Studio Code. So you may see me like switching from Emacs or Vim or Vscode in the meantime, but if you are a beginner, I would recommend you to use Vscode. So you can download this from depending on your operating system. You can download, like if you're on Mac, you have stable releases over here. If you're on Windows, you have stable releases. So you download them and install them. So after you do that, you have VS Code and Python installed. So I'm on Linux, so specifically Arch Linux. So I can install this in command line. So sudo pacman -s, and I can install Python with my installer for my Arch. But if you're on Windows or Mac, don't bother about these things. If you're on Linux, just replace this with your package manager setup. And for some distribution, you may have to install Python 3 instead of Python. So for my case, it's just Python, and I can do a code. So these things will give me like VS Code, and it's Python installed in my system. So I'm just going to sell that out because I already have those two packages installed in my system. Now I'm going to close both of these windows, and I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code. And right out of the box, I'm just going to open up a new window because I think I have something over there. So this will be like, you will be greeted with some sort of greeting. Just skip that, and you will be greeted with this getting started page. So here, this is actually VS Code. You can like go to extensions over here. It might like all these icons and themes will look a little bit different for you for now. But if you go to the extension tab, you can search for themes over here. You can search for any package you want. So the first thing you want to install is Python. So if you search just Python, it's going to give you some options. So you have this Python, just click that and install that. That's one thing. Then you can also install some theme. So if you want to install some theme, just search for theme. It will pop up some list of themes. Just click one, pick one which you like. So you will have like a small screenshot for some themes. For some you won't have anything. That's depending on the theme. So if you like something, pick one, install that. So if you want to install this, you just click install, and it will download and install the theme for you. So after the theme is installed, it will ask you to apply the theme. So I'm not going to bother with that, and I already have Python installed. So if you are getting some error with Jupyter extension that sometimes get installed with Python, you can disable that, or you need to install the ipykernel package. Just forget about that if you don't know anything I'm talking about that. So just close that out, go to your Explorer. This is your file browser. Here we are going to like have your project files and all the other stuff. So this one will help you to pick your theme. So this just finished installing. You can do something like dark blue and this changes. And similarly you can install icon themes. So if I search like icon theme, it's going to pop up some stuff, and you can pick whatever you like and install them according to your liking. So you have options for like multiple themes and all the other stuff. So pick one and use that. And let's go to the Explorer. That's the first one, and we are going to open folder. So first I would like to create a new directory. So I already have like several stuff going on over there, so I'm just going to create a new directory. So the directory will be like Python, for example. I'm just going to create that and hit OK. So this is going to be my directory or folder if you are from world, where we are going to have all our files saved. So just close that out. Here we are going to open up a new file. So click on this one. Either you can open up file new, or you can click this one to have a new file. Here we are going to name the file as the way we. So since this is our first program, we are going to I'm going to name this as 1.py. So this extension is compulsory.py. The name itself is like not mandatory. You can change it to anything else you want. So here you have like if you get some error like this, just go and disable Jupyter. That's something happening to me because I haven't installed the kernels. Okay, so this is your editor over here. Here you write your source code, and here you have options to pop up a terminal. So if you click new terminal, this will be your new terminal. Here you can run commands interactively. And the first thing I would like to do is I would like to customize the way my Vscode looks, like behaves, font, stuff like that. So if I go to preferences and settings, have like multiple options. Here I can search any setting I want to change, but by default we have this font size over here. I'm just going to change that to 18 so that will be convenient for you to see. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to hit F11 for getting a full screen view. We can like write our Python program over here. So Python is an interpreted programming language. So what that means is Python evaluates every single line one by one. That is like it's like a recipe, for example. So imagine you want to make juice or something. So first you need to get the fruit. Second, you need to clean it, you need to cut them, and third you need to put it in a mixer or juicer, and finally you get the juice. So similarly, Python evaluates every statement line by line. So everything in Python is an object. So if you don't know what an object is, I will explain in one of my later videos. Don't worry about that. So for example, now we are going to write a simple program which displays hello world. So we are just going to type print of, inside these brackets we can type hello world, and we can type something, anything we like. So what this statement does is, like, inside Python we have this predefined function called print. So if you hover over your mouse over there, it will give you options like what it does and all the other stuff you want. You can read through that. So the function of print, which is a default or built-in function, is going to write out whatever you specify inside these brackets to the console. So it displays whatever you give as the parameter to your console. For example, if one more thing I forgot to tell you, you need to enable autosave, so you don't need to save each and every time you need to you make changes to your file. So I have that enabled. Now we can do something like Python, and we can specify the name of the file .py. So if you are on some particular distribution, you may have to run python 3 space 1.py. So you get hello world. So that's what we have written over here. So instead of doing this, you can also write your Python code interactively inside the Python REPL. So REPL stands for read, evaluate, print loop. Let me show you. So if I type Python, it's going to open up this thing. So this is the Python read, evaluate, print loop, also known as Python REPL. So here I can run statements. So if I write 2 plus 2, for example, it's going to give us interactively output as 4. But this is actually a bit different from when you're writing the code. I will show you in a moment. And here you can do something like a equals 25. And if you type a, it's going to give you the value of a. But this is a bit different when you write the program. I will show you. Let me minimize this, for example. So here, if I write 2 plus 2, for example, I'm just going to quit out of that. And if I run python 1.py again, it's just going to display hello world, because by default, if you don't give the print statement, it's not going to be displayed in the console by Python. So here you have this run button if you want, so it will run and give you the output. So that's one more convenient way of running your Python program. We have this 2 plus 2, so if you want to make it displayed inside your console or terminal, you can open up you can write print of 2 plus 2. So this is going to give us an answer of 4. We are going to continue this series little by little. So unlike my usual style, I'm going to post videos every day. So I think that's a good choice rather than posting one video a day and posting something after 3 or 4 days. So I'll try to post every day depending on my work. If I have free time, I'll try to post maybe 2 or 3 videos in one day. So that's pretty much it for today. I will continue from tomorrow onwards. I hope this one was helpful, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.